Under the lights tonight, what a unique environment as we get set for this high-energy showdown.
It's cooled down a little bit. The fighters will love that because when they get in, the heat won't double the impact because then it can cool down. They've got that cool breeze. We might see a high-tempo fight here.
And we're off and running between these two really accomplished fighters. Let's see how they come out. Left punch. He takes that jab. The crowd is dressed to impress here tonight, and the fighters promise to do the same as we cannot wait for this, our main event.
Todd, I love theatres. For all these reasons, you can hear everybody in the crowd. You can hear the punches actually echo. If you're that fighter coming in and you know you're in such an intense atmosphere, you know the pressure is going to be on.
All the seats have been taken in this unique setting. What an event it will be here tonight. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that.
He caught him big time. He's trying to fight his way back into this. Looks like they're out of trouble. Left counter scores. Lands with the right counter. And this is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. Right when you think that this round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Good counter punching from both these fighters. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round. What do we expect to see here in round two? Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one. You're not going to see a lot of finesse and skills from this guy. He wants to bury his forehead in your chest and pound away.
You are fighting the Swarmer. Be smart, be sharp, concentrate, but you've got to be confident. Do not dance his dance, because that Swarmer, once you do that, you're giving a man a chance to deny him.
They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. Perfect counter shot. Perfect counter lands. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. We'll keep an eye on this slugger. As you know, he's willing to take 3 to give 1. That's his game plan, and it's worked out pretty well for him so far.
Tactics out of the window. These guys just want to brawl. Sluggers will hit anything and everything. Your head, your ear, your elbow, your rib, your belly button. They are an absolute terror.
And he misses with that jab. This is a high-octane battle. Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. As back. Let's get it started in round 3. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one. This fight is all about distance for this man, and you can see he's using that length advantage.
Very smart, very sharp. This is a fit young man style that he's got to get inside that long reach. Not many fights can do that.
Beautiful counter punch. That left scores. Why sit in the pocket when your punches are this slow? Good left counter that lands. It's the typical big man, little man argument. He's got to be quicker. He's got to move a lot to win this fight.
If you're in there with a guy so big in front of you, you've got to be smart. You've got to use your smarts and use that skill. This is what you've prepared for. You've got to negate that jab, let it ride past you, and push his own weight on him.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift. Catch and shoot with the left counter. Good job. And he just missed with that left jab. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. I promise you, all three. On to the fourth we go. Coming off that fantastic last round. Let's see if he can keep his momentum going. Counter right. Looks like this fighter did not work on defense this training camp. Positives and negatives in the heavyweight division are the same. You can win the fight with one punch, and you can lose the fight in one punch.
Guys that carry so much power, of course they're going to look for that knockout because it makes the night a little bit shorter. You don't get paid any extra for overtime.
Left punch. Best action I've seen in any round, anywhere this year. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
That punch scores. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics sometimes to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Counter shot with the right hand. That was almost a... On to the fifth we go. Coming off that fantastic last round. Let's see if he can keep his momentum going. They exchange punches. That's another scoring shot. Still waiting for this fighter to show some defensive ability. Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It can all come down to who's in better shape.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in the fight. You've got to relax.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round. Solid punch.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Great counter right hand there. He just misses with that big right hand. What a world championship fight we're seeing, ladies and gentlemen. Why aren't they keeping their gloves up? This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Catch and shoot. After what we saw in that last round, this is the beginning of round 6. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one. When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
Counter left. They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. Punch, counter punch. There's a counter shot. They score with that left hand. This fighter has tested their opponent's power and apparently isn't impressed as they continue to walk through all these power shots.
What
a huge opportunity! Can he cash in? He's got a wounded animal right in front of him. Can he put him away? Just one punch away from getting the momentum back. This is one of the best rounds I've seen this year. Beautiful counter shot. Good counter punching for both these athletes. They both want a highlight reel knockout. Nice offensive display landing that left counter. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they... Here comes round 7. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one. This fighter's certainly not going to outthrow their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, someone can take you out with a simple jab, it can be intimidating. It just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Good counter punching. These punches coming from every angle. Nice job landing that left counter punch. Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. Nice counter shot. That left counter punch will score. When you've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses, how do you deal with it?
When you've got a fast fighter, they will cut you to ribbons, and they know it's a matter of time before either you get desperate or the referee jumps in and saves you. This is a natural gift.
He misses with that jab. Good counter right hand again. Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? So much firepower here. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Nice counter shot. They've got the momentum. They've got the advantage. And we enter the 8th round. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one. One of these fighters is starting to run out of gas. What do you do as a fighter when you just don't have the energy?
What can they change? They can change their attitude. They can change their nervous system. So a certain amount of punches per round. Because otherwise, if they deviate from the game plan, they're going to be shattered once again, and the fight will be over.
That counter shot lands. Insane action. Good counter left hand there. Well, that looked like a flash knockdown here. Let's see if he can get back to his feet. The referee has started the count here. I don't know. Not looking good.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So they'll make it up, and this fight continues.
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
He just misses with that jab. Nice job landing with that right-hand counter. Nice counter. Back and forth they go. That left counter was perfectly timed. Final 10 seconds here, and this has not been his round for sure. It's not over till it's over, but that knockdown is going to be huge. And there's the bell for round 9. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
When we talk about a fighter having power, don't just look at the head punches they throw. Look at the body shots. That can be the real difference.
Todd, we know one of these fighters can knock you out with a simple jab. They're that powerful.
He missed with that jab. Not a lot of defense here at all. Nice exchanges from both men in this round. You'd like to see this fighter protect themselves a little better. We hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Coming back to life now, starting to land some punches. He misses with that jab. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Nice counter punch. It's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. And there's the bell to start round 10. Coming off that fantastic last round. Let's see if he can keep his momentum going. Good counter punching. through the hook, didn't land. Punch, counter punch. When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Coming back to life now, starting to land some punches. He caught him big time. Trying to just weather this tornado coming at him. But somehow weathered the storm. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. This fighter has not shown us much defense at all. Quick punch scores. Beautiful counter punch. They have no respect for each other's punching power. Oh, that punch. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. And a round that seemed like eternity for them. And there's the bell for round 11. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Good counter punching. We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you gotta think them. You just gotta be smarter than them. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket them.
That counter shot lands. Can't land the jab there. Nice exchanges from both men in this round. That jab doesn't find a home. There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Punch, counter punch. What a punch. Nice punch. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Nice counter punch. Nice counter shot. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. We thought we would have made it to 12. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. This fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Beautiful counter shot. Not many of the people in the division hit like them. These two fighters are made for one another. I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
This fighter is not interested in throwing one. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. As close as we thought it was, and this fight is a split decision win.
These guys are doing their job right. I'd have called it exactly as that. You know, I might have been a round out or two, but these guys have got it right. Well even fight, even match. I'd have noted that as well.